Welcome back to the CryptoLabs Passive Income YouTube channel. Friday, this video will be really quick. We've got a new training. It's 40 minutes long. It's going to blow your mind. It's called How to Make 10K per month using the power of true DeFi. And I'm going to back all that up here in a second. Earlier this week, I started a brand new DeFi portfolio, and I've been kind of documenting the journey to 10K a month, and I've been linking it with the training and with the emails that come after the training. So I'll just be showing you how we're doing it. And we're simplifying the process with like yield aggregators, yield optimizers, or true DeFi liquidity pools, staking protocols, even borrowing, lending, and even looping in there. There's so much opportunity, and I think people are still a little bit stuck in the dApp world. And those are great plays. But to learn the art of this is going to make you so much freaking money over the next few years, because this is the way the world is going. We're becoming our own bank. So I'll share that in a second. We started off this week at around $2,000 or $2,200 a month. We have worked our way up to around $3,300 per month just on this yield aggregator. I am using a few different yield optimizers or aggregators. I'll share that in a second. If you do want the training, by the way, let me know in the comments, or I'll make sure I leave the link around here somewhere. How to make 10K a month using true DeFi, how to go from gambling to investing, how to shift your mindset, how we and our students are leveraging DeFi to create like actual real yield in return. No rug pulls, no scams, no trust in shady teams. You're in full control. So definitely do check this out. Let me know in the comments or check out the link. When you do download it, you're going to get instant access into the actual training. It's about 38 minutes long. We're going to be talking about how to create financial freedom for yourself, how to turn $1,000 into $638,000 in 5 years or less with true DeFi with realistic returns. Definitely check that out. That's at the 9-minute mark. Understanding risk reward, knowing where to start, looking at some DeFi tools, projects, airdrops, opportunities, and how to generate some awesome, ridiculous yields in true DeFi. So definitely check it out. Again, I'll leave the link below, or just in the comments say true DeFi or 10K, and I'll make sure I send it to you. We'll also be giving you a ton of bonuses when you get it. So we'll give you our ebook if you haven't read it yet, 27 passive income ideas, our free crypto crash course. If you have not used it or went through it yet, you'll get it, instant access, some bonus education resources, anything we can send you to help you gain financial freedom, you're going to be getting. And there's no price, it's free. So you can go check that out. And I think that's pretty much all I got. You also get access to our course, even more downloads, and our passive income ebook. If you haven't read it yet, highly recommend you do. Gives you a ton of ideas and ways to think about passive income, financial freedom. And that's that. And you'll also be getting emails and updates on our journey to our 10K, which realistically in a few weeks will be there, but I want to draw it out so we can kind of go and show the steps it takes. So if you're wondering where I get different yield aggregators and optimizers from, DeFi Llama is a big tool we use. And within there, I use Beefy, Kava, I use Harvest Finance, I use AutoFarm, I use Pickle, I use Belide. I do use Alpaca, but that's a bit of a different protocol for borrowing and lending. I don't know if they'd pop up here. So the opportunities in DeFi are endless. We just need to learn how to use these tools. And that's why we created that training. It's why we also have the Underdog Investor Group. I'm not shy of inviting you in there. It is worth the education. It's worth the community, and it's worth the yields you'll make. And I think it's going to be a skill that'll last us a lifetime. Even understanding basic finance. I want to share one thing, and then I'll get out of here. Let me know in the comments if you want any of that, training. I'm going to make myself bigger here because this is important. Lately, I've been looking at a car. It's a British car. It's a ridiculous car. It's a V12. It's fast. And what I'm doing is I'm working out, I don't care how much it costs. Obviously, I want to make a good decision on how much the car costs. But what I want to do is, okay, if I spread those payments out over, let's just say if I can get up to 6 or 7 years with the right bank, with the right financing, and I could get my payments under the $600 or $700 mark, if I could. Most people think, okay, I would just purchase the vehicle and I spend 80 grand, whatever it is. Oh my God, it's so expensive. What if you found a way to invest in something that generated the yield needed to pay for the payments of said, I'm not going to call it an asset, liability. Now you're using assets to pay for liabilities. So in DeFi, the returns, like just in DeFi, I'm like, oh, okay, if I create a really safe, passive, long-term DeFi bag that takes me 30 minutes to maintain, and let's just say that I come up with 10K. and I can generate X amount of yield in a super passive way, or 5K or 2K. You saw what's possible within a yield aggregator. Let's say I put 4K and I'm making 2,500, whatever. How much do I have to put up into an investment vehicle to be able to pay me what I need and a little more to pay for said liability, which is a V12 British car? And I would much rather do that, because what you're left with is a car that gets paid for, so you kind of own it, and you have an asset that's paying off the car. And if you can think of all of life, I've thought of motorcycles, I've thought of housing, I've thought of like everything in my life is paid for by some asset, by some revenue stream, by some passive income stream, or else I wouldn't have it. This stupid watch, this Rolex, that's stupid. I wouldn't. It's a little different because it's an appreciating asset. So I knew what to look for, and I had a broker that found it for me. Really good price, really good deal, blah, blah, blah. So I've already made money off it. So that's kind of a bad example, and you shouldn't put a watch on payment. But let's just say if you did, you really wanted this watch, you couldn't afford it. Let's just say you don't have the cash for it. Let's say someone would give it to you for like $500 a month. I'm making this up. So instead of getting the 30, 40 grand it would cost to get the watch, you could find an investment vehicle that would pay you $500 or $600 a month. And then you could invest in that investment vehicle and then take the $500-600 and have this stupid thing that will not make you any happier or change your life. It's just something I wanted. And you don't have to apologize for wanting stuff. If you want it, you want it. You don't have to justify it to anybody. And that vehicle would pay for the watch. And then after X amount of time, the watch is paid for and you still have your original bag. So you're up a watch, you're up a car, you're up a motorcycle, you're up a luxury, you're up a whatever. And you still have the asset you invested in, which has probably appreciated by now. And now when this thing is paid off, this thing just keeps pumping you money. If we could think of all of life that way, and that's what we fundamentally teach, you will be financially free in no time. And when I say no time, I'm talking about years, not days here. But you don't have to wait 40, 50 years to become financially free. And most people who are 60, 70 right now, unfortunately, are realizing that what they were promised is not coming to fruition, and that retirement funds are just big Ponzi's anyways. There's a big shift happening, and we just want you and us and everyone we know, whether you're on a free community on YouTube or in our DeFi groups or you're an underdog investor with us, we want you understanding that concept, because that will be a skill that will generate yields for you for life. It's like learning finance, learning money. And I'll leave it at that. I will leave some other videos up here. Do check them out for your financial education. And of course, do check out the DeFi, the 10K training, which I will leave here for you, the 10K masterclass. Definitely do let me know in the comments or click the links or whatever you got to do to get it. Get it, watch it, study it, take notes, master it, and you will be financially free. That's that. I'm out of here. Appreciate you. Peace.